how do you punish a kingdom that has a king? That was arrow. It was a taboo for a kind of, you understand, it was somehow, the king was like, he was the only in all. He was even seen as after God, after the gods, the king was the next in line. So anything he says, it is believed that it's in alignment with chi. Do you understand? So nobody dares question. You cannot even think of it safe to even start questioning your king. It doesn't happen anywhere, especially for the Igbos, right? So this was the situation of Umaru people, and it was working for them very well until Opiri people, they started dragging land with Opiri people. And there was something Ezeulu, the king, was trying to avoid, which is war breaking out. Because they've been warned by the messenger of the gods that they shouldn't fight war with these people. But somehow, the war became unavoidable and they went for war. Then, in the ancient time, it's not war that one day you fight and come back home. Like, you sleep for weeks in the bush that you're fighting war. You sleep for months. Do you understand? Family is not seen. So the war was taking a lot of time until colonial masters intervened, right? And that intervention was led by Winter Bontom. That's the name of the colonial head that came into the. So after listening to both sides, the story of both sides, they kind of favored Opiri people and punished Umaru people. Like, how do you punish a kingdom that has a king? That was arrow. It was a taboo for a kind of, you understand, it was somehow focused on them, try to, like, follow, they will come with religion, tell them education. There was something the king did, Ezeulu. He now told his son Uche, sent his son to the missionary school to understand the white man's ways, because this new system that was coming, it was somehow looking threatening, but they don't know how to defend themselves against it. What they had was cutlass, but these people had gun. So he had to send his son to go and understand the white man's ways by sending him to a missionary school. But his son Uche got there, Oduche got there, and instead of abiding to what his father, he allowed the missionary take him. That at some point, instead of seeing everything that was going on in his father's palace as cost, there was even a time, if you know the Igbo people, they respect snake very well, okay? They respect snake. They don't eat snake, they just respect it. Once you see it, you allow it pass. Do you understand? Uche went to lock it up. That was an abomination. He went to lock up a snake, locked up an eke. It was so sick. Like, his attitude became so sick that he became a disappointment, not just to his father that asked him to go and learn the missionary way, but also to the full community that was looking up to him to, teach us, why are these people doing like this? So on the other part, Winter Bontom was getting ill and they had to go back, and then they sent a new colonial master to come and see the territory. So the new colonial master they sent, his name is Tony Clark. You know that there's always going to be that person that do not understand how these people have been operating. So immediately he came, Tony Clark just wanted to do the direct order from the Queen of England. God save the Queen, guys, get out, you king, I'm replacing you with a warrant chief. Now a warrant chief then is when they come to your land and they see how powerful the king is, they will dispose the king, right? And maybe pick somebody that maybe the drunkard of the community or somebody that people did not respect and make him a ruler. Now that person will be accountable to them and not to the people. The person will be a puppet to the white men. Do you understand? So Tony Clark tried making Ezeulu a warrant chief, but he wouldn't listen to his words. He was already all powerful before the white men came. He was already seen as a spiritual head. So it's not Tony Clark or the British Empire that will come and make him a puppet. So while he was not succumbing to it, they had to arrest him and they took him far away to one prison like that. Now, this is where his morale reduced in the eyes of his people. First of all, you arrest their king. He could not disappear. He could not do. He just followed them. Even while he was in the prison, he did not disappear. So he started making the people feel like, maybe this our king is not as spiritual as we thought he was. So, do you understand? So the villagers started like, the respect they had for their king was reducing, but they still feared the king. Not to get me wrong, they still feared the king and all of those stuff. So after some time, the king now finally was released. And when he came back during a time where there was supposed to be a harvest time. So as soon as they came back, people don't harvest until the king declares that harvesting should start. But when he came back, instead of him to declare everybody starts doing your harvest, he decided to punish his people. Maybe, I don't know why he did that. Maybe it's to reinstate his fear in the mind of the people. But he was not calling for harvest. Like, time was going until the crop started dying, until everything they had started dying and hunger hit the land again. That was like, I don't know what prompted him to act that way, right? Maybe I feel a part of me is that he wanted to just reinstate his fear again in his people. But again, he was not considerate. He wasn't considerate. right? And so when hunger was killing the people, colonial masters came to the land again and brought education, and then it was the hope they had, and all of them abandoned their shrine, abandoned their gods, abandoned everything, and then they focused, or they followed, they ran after the white winged god. That was how a king lost his full territory. Do you understand? He lost his full kingdom to the whites because of his stubborn character, because of his stubbornness. But that was how kings then acted. And but obviously, whatever led to his tragic fall was his own person. Just like in Things Fall Apart, Okonkwo's character led to his own tragic fall. That was what happened in this book. Ezeulu's character led to his own tragic fall. So guys, if you read this book, what do you think? What do you think? Do you feel the king would have done better, or you feel he really would have, or do you feel the people were just too fast? What do you think about Uche, the son that was sent to go and learn the white man ways, that went there and just... So let's discuss, let's be a conversation. If you watch to this point and you have a story you want to tell the world, you have this idea you want to share with, but then you've not been able to make it a reality, it's not been able to come out as a full book, please do well to reach out. One of the things we do at My Creative Realm is to help you turn your simple ideas, your mere ideas, into a full-fledged masterpiece, into a full-fledged book, one that is beautiful enough to be presented to the world, right? So thank you so much for being to this point. If you're joining us for the very first time, a big welcome, and to all our returning viewers, you're the real MVPs. Do not forget to leave us a subscribe, like our video, share our videos, share it now so that more persons will join the tribe, right? In Smashbook with Miracle, so one of the beautiful things we do is to talk about amazing books that have won award, and books that have the ability, or that has the tendency of winning award. We also spotlight heroes on this channel. So if this looks like what you are interested in, please do well to follow us on all our social media handle, and I will see you when I see you. Thank you so much. Bye. Yeah, see you when I see you. Bye.